Greetings, conscious pilots. We have come a long way. Step by step, we have dissected the complex mechanisms and the very locks of the matrix. We analyzed where you live, in concrete boxes that shield energy. We analyzed how you are distracted by the bright, time-stealing shows of the entertainment industry. We investigated the perimeter and the total control through the emotional frequencies of fear and hate. We understood who starts wars in this 3D cage and for what purpose. We evaluated the impact of the digital prison and smartphone algorithms on your focus. Step by step, we dismantled the matrix's defenses. We showed you the walls. We showed you the bars. It seems the control is total and there is no exit. But the system possesses yet another weapon, one far more terrifying. A weapon that requires no headphones, screens, Wi-Fi, or concrete walls. A weapon you voluntarily and even joyfully bring into your home. It penetrates directly into your biosuit, dissolving it from within, even when you close your eyes and try to hide in the silence. That weapon is ethanol. Today, we will perform a harsh, step-by-step analysis of this deadly breach. A breach not of a computer, but of your body and consciousness. And we will talk about why your proud freedom of choice is merely a programming code for your pain, a bait you didn't just swallow, but one you actively defend with foam at your mouth. You are used to thinking of alcohol as your personal business, your private choice, your bad habit, a way to relax at the end of a hard work week, to celebrate yet another imaginary achievement, a friend's birthday, or simply for company, so you don't stand out. The system operates incredibly cleverly. It masks this mechanism of total suppression under holidays, centuries-old traditions, the culture of consumption, and freedom of choice. The most interesting part is that you defend this choice as your very own, aggressively throwing out the phrase, "I have the right." But let's look at this through the eyes of the system engineer who designed this trap. What if the alcoholic egregore is not the bottle on the table, but a gigantic, global, planetary structure aimed at the total control of the energy potential of all humanity? What if alcohol is not its weapon, but the hook, the deadly bait that you bite on yourself, voluntarily signing a contract with your very life energy? Your freedom is not about whether to consume alcohol or not. Your true freedom is seeing the bait, seeing the architect's hook beneath the shiny label. Let's dissect this deadly breach of your biosuit, step by step, minute by minute, fixing the physiological and energetic cannibalism of the matrix. First 10 minutes, total absorption. Ethanol is the perfect hacker. It requires no digestion. In the first 10 minutes after a sip, it is absorbed directly into the blood through the stomach walls and instantly spreads to every single cell of your body, to every organ, every tissue. It is not just alcohol in the blood. It is poison in every millimeter of your physical structure. Every cell of your immortal ISB receives a direct physical blow, vibrating in the rhythm of chaos and destruction. Remember episode 16 about sound? Your internal water, 70% of which you are made at this very moment, is being structured under the frequency of deadly stress, not life. Your biofield begins to rip apart. Minute 15. Firewall gives the green light. Your brain possesses a perfect, multi-layered firewall, the blood-brain barrier. Its primary goal is to not let poison through to the control center. But ethanol is a master hacker. In the first 15 minutes, the firewall lets it pass through its own barrier, giving it the green light, seeing no threat. Why? Because the architects of the system perfectly matched the molecular structure of ethanol. It mimics the useful and necessary substances for the brain, like a Trojan horse. You invite it into your body yourself. The system has taught your biosuit to love and even adore, and to admit this poison without a fight. Minute 20, break for the system. Minute 15 to 20, a highly qualified break for the entire organism. This is the moment when the matrix begins to fade the lights in your consciousness. Alcohol acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, suppressing the central nervous system's function. The brain initiates the friend or foe defense mechanism, trying to isolate the threat. But in this alcoholic fog, you can no longer tell who is who. Your intuition, your clear connection to the source, which we talked about in episode 5, is completely blocked. You are no longer the pilot of your body. You are a helpless passenger in your own biosuit, giving control to an external, destructive rhythm. At this stage, you often exclaim, "My chakras have opened." But in reality, you have opened yourself up to further influence. Minute 40, euphoria of pain. The trap has closed. The person turns into a perfect, open receiver. They no longer control their own emotions, thoughts, reactions, or even their heartbeat. They absorb the chaos and low-frequency vibrations around them, becoming the perfect executor for the alcoholic egregore. In this moment, they are a marionette, undergoing basic training in obedience to an external rhythm. Remember episode 16 about the short-distance race? The rhythm doesn't let you stop. You run to nowhere, spurring yourself on with the blows of the bass and sips of poison. And the system feeds on your emotional output. And now, let's assess the scale of this energetic genocide. Every year, 3 trillion people with the potential for great scientific discoveries, creative projects, potential geniuses, pilots capable of changing this reality, do not unlock their abilities. They simply don't have time. Their potential is written off by the system in the very first years of their adult life. They turn into a compliant, inert biomass that asks no uncomfortable questions. You say Facebook or the TV takes your time, but alcohol takes your future. What is the true legal cost of one alcohol evening? One holiday, one company. It is not the price of the bottle on the shelf. It is 3 to 5 days of your maximum productivity, life on half capabilities. Instead of tissue regeneration, improvement of cardiovascular function, neurogenesis, the creation of new neural connections. The entire precious resource of your body goes to eliminating the consequences of alcoholic poisoning. The system receives the perfect executor, exhausted, dull, and compliant. But one sober person can change the space around them. Just one. Their clean, powerful biofield changes the perception of the environment, introducing the resonance of life into the zone of chaos. Energy appears, anxiety passes, and most importantly, time appears for making strategically important decisions. In sobriety, you remember how to fly. Knowledge does not heal. Knowledge makes self-deception impossible. And without self-deception, the egregore has nothing to hook onto. There is no hook. Look at the world around you. How many years of your life have already been eaten by the mortgage? Episode 15. And how many years of your future has the alcoholic egregore already stolen, forcing you to live on half capabilities? We understand that this is painful to hear. We understand that your defense mechanisms are kicking in right now, and you want to protect your choice and your poison. But we call you to an active, honest discussion of this deadly topic. Write in the comments, when was the last time you were fully sober for more than a week? Did you feel the difference in energy and thoughts? Confess honestly. Did you feel fear after learning the truth about your home, your music, and your poison? We have the tools of light to destroy this egregore. We have the code that heals, but you will not be able to use it as long as your hands are trembling from fear of the truth, as long as you are afraid to see the hook beneath the bait. Therefore, we will not give you a magic pill right now. First, we must destroy the paralysis. Before building something new, one must stop fearing the old. We call on you to actively discuss this painful topic in the comments below. In the next episode, we will look into the eyes of the primary overseer of your soul, who uses this fear to keep you in the concrete. Episode 18, Overcoming Fear. See you in the silence. See you in reality.